As a newly sworn-in president, Donald Trump ordered federal employees to come back to the office 5 days a week. Newly sworn-in San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie wants something similar for city workers.
In San Francisco, a third of city employees are still in hybrid mode. ABC 7 News Building a Better Bay Area reporter Leah Melendez is here to tell us that those changes are coming.
Yeah, they are. And I don't think, excuse me, the new mayor wants to force anybody to come back. But yeah, he wants to convince them. And, you know, changes are coming. You know, we're not here to talk about the pros and cons of San Francisco city workers telecommuting or whether people get the job done or not. Now, for Mayor Lurie, it's about bringing as many people back to the office as part of his vision to jumpstart the city and help small businesses.
My job is not to demand that the private sector be back in the office every day. My job is to make you want to be downtown again for work with your family and with your friends.
That was part of Mayor Daniel Lurie's inaugural speech earlier this month. At the time, there was no mention of city workers coming back to the office. According to the city's Department of Human Resources, 30% of San Francisco city employees are in hybrid mode, meaning a combination of in-person and remote work. How and why did the city embrace a hybrid work policy?
Be aware that COVID is still out there.
In July 2021, then Mayor London Breed signed an amendment to the Healthcare Security Ordinance, expanding its telecommuting policy in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. At the time, many private companies were also allowing their employees to work from home. But following a cycle of decline that hit the downtown area especially hard, Breed suggested that private companies help downtown's economic recovery by bringing employees back to the office 5 days a week. Yet some of her own city workers were still not back. Here's part of that December 2023 interview. Will you ask city employees to come back to work 5 days a week?
So to be clear, most of our 34,000 city employees are back at work. Most of them, but I think UC City Hall is pretty much at capacity and other city buildings. Many of the folks who are maybe not at work are a lot of our technical support.
Despite vowing to change things, it appeared City Hall's attitude at the time was to let sleeping dogs lie. Supervisors from different city departments have been the ones approving and enforcing the telecommute policy. But changes are on the way. ABC 7 News obtained an internal memo sent to department heads. Mayor Lurie is asking that every current telecommute agreement be reviewed immediately, that they evaluate operational needs to make sure the public is well served, and any agreement must be renewed every year or more frequently. Lurie hopes workers will come back without hesitation.
We're going to be in constant communication with the public sector unions and labor. We will be in constant communication, and what our hope is that we get as many people back as many days in the office as possible, many of which are 5 days a week already.
Last July, unions representing Philadelphia city workers fought to keep things remote, despite Mayor Sherelle Parker demanding that they return.
I am at war. I'm at war, Philadelphia, with the status quo.
A judge eventually sided with the mayor, forcing city workers to return to the office 5 days a week. Meanwhile, several unions representing federal employees are ready to challenge President Trump's return to office order.
But I do think it's time to come back to the office, and I think that's true of local government as well. I wish everybody would come back to the office.
John Goodwin of the Metropolitan Transportation Commission, the MTC, says more people in the office could help address the growing deficit many transit agencies face.
A greater return to work certainly would have a beneficial impact on public transit ridership.
Goodwin points out that when you talk about the overall number of people in San Francisco telecommuting, private employees and public servants, 20% were still telecommuting in 2023. That according to the Baylink blog of the MTC. That's the largest percentage of any metro area in the entire state.
And that report also points out that while San Francisco had the highest percentage of hybrid workers in the state, Other metro cities in the country surpassed San Francisco, like Austin, Texas, not surprising, and Raleigh, North Carolina. I was surprised about that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see what happened with regard to city workers. I don't think we're going to see here what happened in Philadelphia. That was very contentious. Yeah.